hope you can still hear the train. It just went by. The lights are purple. And it looks pink. And I'm kind of upset. If you're wondering why the lighting is so odd, I was gonna say in this video, but it's in my last video as well. The room is a mess. The lights are all off except for these bat lights that I have. Oh. Anyways, I'm gonna actually get onto what the video is. The video is on Shrek. This is a paper that I wrote for my developmental psychology class. I'm gonna consider it a good paper. I don't know if it'll be a good video. I got an A on the paper though. Basically the assignment was for me to pick a children's movie and then discuss how the themes in that movie can affect, I should be holding my mic, how the themes in that movie, like presenting social issues in a different light, presenting social issues in a watered down version so that it makes more sense to kids, so that when they come in contact with actual social issues in the future, they'll be more prepared and will, be able to handle it better because they have experience with the problem beforehand. This one is called Shrek, a film analysis regarding child psychology. So I'm reading from a paper. The train is going by again. The movie Shrek has a plethora of good messages for children. Some social problems are too complex for children to understand. Movies can be a way to subtly teach them so that they're prepared when they face those issues later on in life. If they already have a simple understanding of the concept. Shrek teaches kids not to judge people by their appearance, to not shut themselves away from everyone, and that everyone is a complex person with many layers that make them who they are. The movie tells us from the beginning that Shrek struggles with being an outcast. He spends his days alone, and the movie implies that he has no friends. He has to accept that people will always view him in a hostile way, and there's nothing he can do about it. He concludes that he is ugly and will always be seen as scary regardless of how he acts. This also causes him to believe that he is incapable or unworthy of being loved in any way, especially any way further than platonic relationships. In a romantic sense, believes that he is incapable of being loved. This is made evident in the way that he responds to affection. When Donkey tells Shrek that he doesn't care that he's an ogre, Shrek is genuinely surprised. His tendency to push everyone away makes him hesitant to befriend Donkey, but eventually he gives in and makes a lifelong friend. Children may see this and befriend people that they may not have even considered talking to prior to watching the movie. Children in middle childhood, they're forming their personality, they're forming their own personhood. They're very easy to influence, and this is the age where they will form more opinions and become their own person. The way that they are taught and who teaches them are both very important to their development. A study done in 2012 concluded that a good teacher could help children become more successful financially in the future, lower the rates of teen pregnancy, and overall, they had significantly higher test scores. A good teacher is defined in the study as a teacher who not only educates kids on needed material, but adds value to the material by applying it to real life. Shrek uses an analogy to explain the complexity of people by comparing them to onions. In his words, ogres are like onions, they have layers. While it is a silly analogy, it perfectly explains how everyone is their own person with different experiences, opinions, and outlooks on the world. If you see someone just for how they look or appear, you're missing the layers hidden in that person's personality and what makes them different from everyone else. Over the span of the movie, Shrek comes to realize that he is not incapable of receiving love, whether that be platonic or romantic. Others around him enjoy his presence and make him feel wanted. The movie teaches that appearances are misleading, and villainizing people based on stereotypes or appearances is incredibly harmful. One article used as a source in this paper quotes, "The prejudice put on Shrek is invalid due to the countless years of ogres that came before him, which led the society in the movie to have a negative symbol of ogres amongst the community. According to Henslin, He describes this to be symbols that are present in our everyday lives, symbols used to define and distinguish parts in society, help in defining status, position, and relationship amongst our society. In this case, Shrek is a symbolic monster to society, and that is why he is feared, hated, and banished from it. And that's from analysis of Shrek in terms of a sociological perspective. All of my sources are in the bio, in my description, sorry. In conclusion, Shrek teaches children many helpful lessons that can apply to their personal lives and help them interact with people in a healthy and positive way. That's the end of my paper. I hit the minimum word count and was done. This was a very convenient thing for me to do because I've been writing video essays. And I like video essays to be longer, but generally I don't have time to write scripts that are long. I don't have time to write longer scripts, or film longer videos, or edit them. I end up making shorter videos because it's what I have time for at the moment. But I am working on some other video essays. I've been working on one on eugenics for the last couple months. I'm very proud of the work that I've done on that. I don't know when it will come out. I haven't filmed it yet. I'm not even done with the script. Usually I wouldn't tell people this, but I want them to be excited. Yeah, eugenics, which is probably going to be a series, because there's a lot to cover on the history of eugenics. And then there's another one that I already filmed, but I don't think I'll post that one, but it's the punishment for promiscuity, and it's on the sexualization of teenage girls in horror, and how women who express their sexuality in horror movies are typically punished by being like brutally murdered, why the final girl is usually a virgin. Punishment for promiscuity, and how innocence and purity is so highly valued, not only in horror but in our society as well. This is how I'm going to end the video. I didn't plan an outro. Do you want to see my candle? I made this candle. These are two different candles, and I don't have any candlestick holders, so this one is just sitting on top of this one. I'm calling it a bleeding candle because that's what it looks like, and that's what I wanted it to look like. So it's right in the middle. These are hand dipped by me. Thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. That's pretty much all I have to say. Before this candle wax starts dripping onto my hand, which is not a pleasant feeling, I will continue to make video essays, even if they're short, even if they happen bi-yearly. I hope you can hear me, because the mic is all the way over here. It doesn't pick up on much. It was $10. I'll see you next time.